Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please. And let's get right into this one. So, Vybz Kartel's lawyer, Isaac Buchanan, has been found guilty of professional misconduct. What's going to be the punishment or repercussions for this being found guilty of professional misconduct in his case? We don't know yet until we go through this article. This article was printed on October 1st, 2022 in the Jamaica Gleaner. But let's get into the details and let's find out why. So a disciplinary committee of the General Legal Counsel, or the GLC, today found attorney at law Isaac Buchanan guilty of professional misconduct. Stick a pin. Isaac Buchanan is also the attorney which is handling the appeal process for Vybz Kartel at the highest level, which is the Privy Council, which is in the UK. So there's always been an effort, in my opinion, to tarnish Vybz Kartel as much as they can, but and especially when it comes time for any call up on his case. For instance, recently, when they had the Klansman One Don gang trial going on, Vybz Kartel name came up in that too. And I suspected that was to paint a picture that says that Vybz Kartel is in cahoots with the most dangerous criminals in the country. If this is portrayed to those at Privy Council level, then for sure it could taint their decision on his case, whether he gets to spend the rest of his time, the 35 years in prison that he was given, or 32, or he gets to come out, or he gets a new trial, or whatever. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people are going to say, no, SouFLo, because Privy Council doesn't work like that. I'm here to tell you that it does. Those are human beings that are in there, and they pay attention to your rap sheet. Okay, they pay attention to your past happenings. They pay attention to what's happening around you. So the last thing they want to do is free a notorious criminal. So if Jamaican government can paint a picture that Vybz Kartel is ordering murders from behind bars, if Vybz Kartel is in control of some gang activity, gang movement, etc., then more than likely they can be biased in their decision as well. They will then look more to that than they will look at the evidence that is presented to them by Isaac Buchanan. They tried it. They tried it in the Klansman One Don gang trial. Vybz Kartel ordered 2 murders from prison. We kill one and the next one get away. And we have proof because it's on the phone. Remember those 3 cell phones? Okay. They played every bit of information from those 3 cell phones, and there was no mention of Vybz Kartel on any of that cell phone. Those phones, the only person that came up on those phones as an entertainer was another entertainer who we did not expect to come up on it, but that entertainer has already cleared his name, saying that he does music in a vicinity where they also frequent. So that's about it, right? No one is going to be held accountable for tarnishing Vybz Kartel's process to freedom. And every man has a right to an appeal. Every man has a right to go through his appeal unbiased. But okay, if we can't tarnish him, we will tarnish his attorney. And we will tarnish him and his attorney at the same time and make a mockery out of this. So, hence this headline now. Vybz Kartel's lawyer, Isaac Buchanan, found guilty of professional misconduct. Here's the article. It says that the decision was handed down at a virtual hearing. That means nobody was in that courtroom face to face. It happened virtually. FaceTime. Right? Attorney Andre Earl, who is representing Director of Public Prosecution Paula Llewellyn, who filed the complaint against Buchanan, told the Gleaner that the panel ruled that the lawyer breached Canon 1B of the legal profession, Canons of Professional Ethics Rules. This section stipulates that an attorney shall at all times maintain the honor and dignity of the profession and shall abstain from behavior which may tend to discredit the profession of which he is a member. The profession, right? Earl says, which is the attorney which is representing DPP Paula Llewellyn, says a sanction hearing in the matter has been set for October 22nd. A sanction hearing in the matter. We all know what sanction means already. You see the U.S. sanction Cuba. You see the U.S. sanction Russia when they attacked Ukraine. You know what sanction mean. In other words, they're going to punish him in some way. We don't know to what degree, what level, or whatever. Let me just first say that this Canon 1B of the legal profession, Canons of Professional Ethics Rules, the section that stipulates that an attorney shall at all times maintain the honor and dignity of the profession, which is law and being a lawyer, and shall abstain from behaviors which may tend to discredit the profession, not the person, not a individual practicing the profession of law, but the profession itself of which he is a member. See, now we got to go find out what it is that Isaac Buchanan did that warranted this. So they have now stated that October 22nd, there will be a sanction hearing in the matter. This is weird as hell. Let's just say that that 1B, Canon 1B section, it leaves for broad interpretation. And anybody who is willing to go through that length, she must have dug up every part of that book to try to find one part that she could actually use to apply. Let's find out what this is about. So, among other things, Llewellyn took Buchanan to the GLC after he accused her office of being shady over a request to have the defense in the Vybz Kartel case re-examine a cell phone that was used as evidence in his murder trial in preparation for an appeal before the United Kingdom-based Privy Council. He made the remarks in November of 2020. He made the remarks in November of 2020. Look at when they're coming back with the decision on this and finding him guilty. November 2020, he made the remarks that her office was acting shady and they weren't letting him as the defense lawyer get this particular piece of item, which is a cell phone, used as evidence in his murder trial so they could examine it. What is unbecoming professionally of that? How does that taint the profession of law or being a lawyer? Ask yourself that. Everybody that's listening this right now, ask yourself this. So in other words then, Vybz Kartel's lawyer is not even able to defend Vybz Kartel without him himself having darts fired at him in a manner in which could disrupt, derail, or discredit him as an attorney. This is how the system works in Jamaica. He made them remarks 2020 November. We are in 2022. We are in the 10th month of 2022 with only 2 months left to end the year. So this is from November 2020 to November 2021 is 1 year. From November 2021 to October, this is 1 month shy of 2 years later. But also timing at the peak moment of the Privy Council coming to a decision about Vybz Kartel's appeal. Y'all see this? Every single time, this is what happens. There's another article out there that says Buchanan is ready to defend himself at the GLC in the DPP matter. And we'll get into that article at a later date. Buchanan, one of Vybz Kartel's attorneys who is representing the incarcerated dancehall artist, had argued that the handling of the matter by the DPP's office breached his client's constitutional rights. And it does. And I've said that to you guys before. If you are being tried for a crime in Jamaica, it is your constitutional right that whatever it is the prosecution is going to use against you, your attorneys must also be privy to that piece of evidence, so they themselves can inspect it to see its validity. Is it real? Is it true? Where did it come from? Is it valid? Should it be accepted in court? Or is this something that is garbage, made up, and needs to be thrown out? It is your constitutional right. So for his attorney to say that, and I'm not a lawyer and I can see that, for his attorney to say that, he is well within the bounds of defending his client for him to say that. I've heard and I've seen many other attorneys go against other attorneys and call them stuff like mockery. They're making a mockery of the system, and they accuse them of all kinds of other things and use names that seem a bit inappropriate, and none of them have ever ended up taking each other to the GLC. So why is Paula I can't even say her name. Why is the DPP Paula Llewellyn taking Isaac Buchanan there for this? Let me say it again. Buchanan, one of the attorneys representing incarcerated dancehall artist Vybz Kartel, had argued that the handling of the matter by the DPP office breached his client's constitutional right. But the DPP hit back, contending that Buchanan mischaracterized events and she accused him of engaging in scurrilous, irresponsibly, outrageous, and reckless behavior. Wow. Scurrilous, irresponsibly, outrageous, and reckless behavior. First of all, what in the world is scurrilous? S-C-U... What is scurrilous? Let's get into that. Scurrilous, my friend. If something is scurrilous, it means it was done to offend. Scurrilous rumors can give you a bad reputation, and scurrilous stories sell tabloid magazines. Got it? So in other words, then, it's a lie that was told just to, you would say, a rumor, in other words. That's what scurrilous is. And she put that in here. Irresponsibly, outrageous, and reckless behavior. It kind of makes me wonder if the GLC is on the side of Paula Llewellyn already. Just the fact that they accepted this and handed down a judgment that Isaac Buchanan is guilty of misconduct, professional misconduct, already tells me that they're all a part of that system. And he, being an attorney, and being a young attorney at that, fresh to the profession, they're about to try to spank him. As in, get him in line, let him understand the hierarchy here on the island, and this is how this works. At the time, Paula Llewellyn argued that her office was of the view that his conduct goes against the canons of the legal profession, and as such, it will take its grosses to the council for it to take disciplinary action. Buchanan was represented by at the hearing by attorney John Clark. Man, listen, they're not going to stop. They're going to try everything possible. I don't see why at all that this is even a matter. But they've made it a matter, and now this is how it must play out. The part that says that Buchanan, in response, Buchanan is ready to defend himself at the GLC in DPP matter. The row between the Director of Public Prosecution, DPP Paula Llewellyn, and Isaac Buchanan, one of the attorneys representing incarcerated dancehall artist Vybz Kartel, has just deepened. This is again a follow-up in the Jamaica Gleaner. The DPP on Thursday threatened to report Buchanan to the legal counsel This, of course, was printed in 2020 when she threatened him. Speaking on Power 106 FM Morning Agenda yesterday, Buchanan admitted that he made the controversial statement, but that said that it was in relation to the delay in her office taking months to respond to correspondence from him, which they did on purpose. They were trying to string Vybz Kartel's case along as they could before it even got to the appeal process, right? Even Kartel got on social media and spoke about it, or his reps got on social media and spoke about it and said, oh, it took y'all so quick to convict us, but when it came time for appeal, it's taking you guys so long to come to a decision. Hurry up and do what no do. Make we send it go England, is exactly Kartel's response. My response was certainly not to cast any aspersions on the office of the DPP. I am no way there, Buchanan stated as he denied catching a tantrum. See, they do this and they frustrate the process. They frustrate the people involved in the process. And then when you act upon or call them out, then they take you to a GLC and say, oh, this is beyond or unbecoming of your profession. Matter of fact, this is disgraceful to your profession. We'll see where this ends. Leave your comments in the comment section below, but don't you see it? Or am I making stuff up? And listen, if you're not one of those who actually pays attention to what is being said and you just have a opinion because, oh, I like him or something like that, then save your opinion and save your comment, okay? This needs open-minded people who are studying the process and seeing how the process works. This is Paula Llewellyn taking Vybz Kartel's attorney to a board that oversees the behavior or oversees the laws and rules that govern the profession. And she's taking him there because of a statement that he made that her office was acting a certain way, shady, because they were taking forever to correspond with him about the cell phone, for him to be able to get the cell phone that was used against his client so they can have it inspected properly. The man is entitled to say that. If they're taking an unreasonable amount of time purposely, then he's frustrated with the process and they're dragging it along. That's what a good, aggressive attorney does. If ever you're in trouble and you don't have an attorney that's aggressive about your business, then you need to fire that attorney and get another attorney. Why do you think Peter Champagny is the shining attorney that he is? He may not win every case, but I guarantee you his clients get way less time, the ones that get found guilty, and most of the others get off. Here's the thing. He's aggressive when it comes to the law. He's aggressive at putting his foot down and going by the book. And he says what needs to be said, and it is respected. I guess because Isaac Buchanan's client in this case is Vybz Kartel, someone who Paula Llewellyn and the others have a bone to pick with, then they have to fight this any which way they can, to include fighting his attorney. Don't forget, Paula Llewellyn, this is a big stripe on her shoulders for her career. So to have this case with Vybz Kartel overturned at Privy Council level, it would actually prove that she was wrong. But hey, who am I? I'm just someone on the outside looking in. Leave your comments in the comment section below and I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.